I want you to look at where he went to high school, and I want you to ask this question. How many black people did he go to high school with? Because everybody, because people are very proud of being immigrants, and I have nothing against the whole immigration piece. I have no, you know what I'm saying? But white folks are so quick to throw out the immigrant piece as if when they came here, they did not receive the benefits of being American citizens. Being citizens of a country means something. It's supposed to mean something. This means that you receive something for your citizenship. This means that you receive certain protections and are guaranteed certain rights by the government, even if you belong to a terroristic state. And a lot of white immigrants, when they came over here, honestly believed the narrative. See, this is why it's important for us to start understanding the power of narratives, because this old, crotchety white motherfucker by the name of Mitch McConnell honestly believed that by allowing a black president in the White House, who, by the way, wouldn't even be able to really apply for reparations, but who, by the way, Mitch McConnell stated in his own crotchety voice 8 years ago. No, my fault. It's almost 19 years ago. Let's see. No, 4 and 8. Almost 11 years ago. We're going to make him a one-term president. We're going to make him a one-term president. This motherfucker who will tell you and look you in your face and say, I don't have one racist bone in my body. This is what they say. All right, Kwame got a statement on here. One love, fam. What's happening? We sitting up here. We got to run through the reparations stuff. Then we're going to get into our, we're going to run through the news. Then we're going to get into our tribal quotes. Y'all know how we do it. I'm running a little bit late, but I'm able to time how long the show. I'm going to try to keep the show to about 60 minutes, as close as I can, family, I promise. But just after seeing this shit, after just seeing this, you know what I'm saying? I'm seething. And he did this on the eve of Juneteenth. On the eve of the reparations hearing. And every time I look at this motherfucker, I just expect a gobble to come up out of his mouth. He got so much chin up under there and shit. I don't know what that flapping shit up under your neck. I don't know. I just be expecting to hear a gobble from that motherfucker every time I look at him. I'm just like, God damn. Okay. Enough with Mitch the bitch. All right, let's go to our man Trump, the great pumpkin himself, in the news. That was from CNN, by the way. This is from CBS News. Trump vows to cure cancer and eradicate AIDS as he kicks off his re-election campaign. I need to know, is the eradication, if the cure for cancer and eradication of AIDS, is that going to come before or after the war that he is playing, that's about to happen, because presidents when they're in war tend to get reelected. And I want to know, is it going to come before or after the wall that the Mexicans are going to pay for? But hey, we're going to give him a round of applause, because this great pumpkin did, you know what I'm saying? Because he don't believe in no goddamn small lies. You know what I'm saying? And I can't do nothing but look in wonder at how you could just be God damn. Let's just give him a round of applause for his. His balls are still. I couldn't, you know what I'm saying? Some of the shit he just be saying. He got to have a tight clique, family. This is why you got the tribe up. Donald Trump is tribed up. Because them motherfuckers around him, you watch motherfuckers in interviews, you bring up shit and lies he say, these motherfuckers don't even blink. They just sit up there and interview. They don't blink. They not sweating. And they just backing up everything he's saying. It is important to tribe up, because even when you fuck up, your tribe is going to be like, nigga paying the light bill. Whatever he said, the wall is going to be built. We going to cure cancer, eradicate AIDS. Yep. Next 4 years. Yep. Going to get rid of all that shit. You know, we're going to break up Amazon. We're going to deport all the illegal immigrants and a couple of extras and shit. We don't even care. You know. So, Brother Kwame say, didn't the turkeys like that? Yeah, I might have insulted the turkeys, so you're right. They might be protesting my show. So, you know, there's certain groups you don't fuck with. You don't fuck with the turkeys. You don't fuck with the LGBTQ community or whatever it is, and you don't fuck with the Jews. Just the way it is. But he does, you know, turkeys might let me slide. They might let me slide. All right. America has tried reparations before. Here's how it went. Let's see if New York Times, if I can fool them and get in on it. I'll be trying to get these free posts, and we're going to see if they let us through. Okay, it looked like we there so far. Ever since the Union Army General announced in Galveston, Texas, that all slaves are free on June 19th, 1865, that's called Juneteenth for those that don't know. They caught me. They caught me. They caught me. Yep, they're not going to let me in, family. They let me get a little good reading in, and then be like, well, now you got to finish. You got to pay us. Subscribe $1 a week. I'm not subscribing to the New York Times. I'm not going to do it. But y'all can look that article up itself. I will tell you the name of the article. The article is in the New York Times. America has tried reparations before. Here's how it went. All right? Maybe, you know what I'm saying, maybe when we start making money doing this show, I go and get some subscription to these magazines and papers so I don't have to be jumping around and doing stuff that I do. 5 ways to fight wealth inequality according to economists. Let's go and look at that real quick. Because part of this whole piece that you're going to hear as we're talking about reparations is wealth inequality, right? And what we want to do and the way we're trying to craft our arguments as far as reparations. Now, I may be having problems seeing any of your comments on Facebook because Restream is having a lot of problems. But 5 ways to fight wealth inequality. Now, the whole wealth inequality argument is one that is used in reparations, but what we have to be very careful about all of the arguments that we craft as far as reparations. We have to be precise with who we are talking about with reparations, because this is something that the candidates will try to hijack and promise everybody something and deliver absolutely nothing. If we allow our issues to be expanded to cover everybody, we will receive the same results of everything else that we got in history that eventually was expanded to everybody. Do you understand? We have received nothing. We received less. If you heard in the hearing, Dr. Malvo, and I'm going to say this about the hearing because I watched the hearing, and a lot of people are being super critical of the hearing. I wasn't totally dissatisfied. I thought Ta-Nehisi Coates did a very good job dealing with the questions, dealing with bringing in the total history, where this is not just about slavery, this is about Jim Crow, this is about redlining, this is about what's going on currently, as far as the jails, the prison complex and all that stuff. So I was cool with that, and I was cool with some of the stuff that came out. But there's some other stuff in there. But of course, you know, a lot of that was gonna come out because we had people up there that really didn't need to be up there, and that's neither here nor there. But the ones that dealt with it. But Dr. Malveaux did a real good job and arguing, trying to make sure that some of the economic information, economic data was put on the table. But 5 ways to fight wealth inequality. So we're going to get to the hearing in a minute. The rise of income inequality and the struggle of so many families to get ahead have shaken American politics across the spectrum. So this is them. We're going to expand this whole reparations piece, and we have to shut that shit down, family. We cannot allow that because, once again, this is the issue. If everybody gets something, then everybody still remains in the same place. Let me say that again. If everybody gets something, then everybody still remains in the same place. Our goal, as far as ADOS, is to make sure that the ADOS receives what is owed to us. I'm not against anybody else getting what they're going to get. Gays, y'all want reparations? Have at it. Hispanics feel they need it? Have at it. Environmentalists, y'all want something? Have at it. Right? But I have to put the interest of my people and the future of my children ahead of all that. Just letting you know. Y'all come with all the little fancy arguments. There won't be no air to breathe. Well, my kids will be suffocating, but they won't be broke. They'll be able to afford the oxygen tanks until we get that shit fixed. You know what I'm saying? Well, up there, all the arguments that y'all gonna bring, I'm ready for that bullshit, right? I'm just letting y'all know, right? I got to make sure we get ours first. And that's your responsibility. Most of y'all that listen to my show, it's our responsibility to make sure that our children are able to get it, because I talked to my mom about, and we need to start talking to our families. When we have barbecues, when we have dinners, when we have a holiday meal, we need to make sure that reparations is thrown out there. And we start having the conversations and really start making sure that we're arming our people, because you have a lot of people that believe in the concept but don't believe, don't have a conviction. They feel it's a handout. And they'll come and they'll say some ignorant shit, and you have to be ready to deal with that, right? And then they'll get to this whole universal piece, and you have to combat the whole universal piece and let black people know, listen, you're not Jesus. We're not Jesus. Our people are not Jesus. We do not have to bear the sins of this whole society. Fuck that. Brother Kwame threw something up. You don't tug on Superman, or what he said, you don't tug on Superman's cape. You don't spit in the wind. You don't pull the mask of the old Lone Ranger. And you don't mess around with Jim. I'm just saying, man. Listen, we have to be able to, and part of the reason we're talking about Gye-Nyame Journey Media, because we have to start making sure our people have talking points to support what we're doing, right? We got to start shaping the minds, or at least giving people the fuel in the minds, because a lot of people can see that something's not right, but they can't put the words on it. And we have a responsibility, those of us that know to make sure that those of us that know, to make sure that those that don't know but that are reaching for something, that's looking for something, help them find answers rather than getting caught up in fantasies about not being Americans and not being, you know what I'm saying? I mean, where the fuck you gonna go? What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like this, family. Having traveled just a little bit, America is one of the best places to be poor. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all got fantasies about going other places and being broke. America treat the poor, you know what I'm saying? Poor is bad everywhere. Don't get me wrong, but it's certain poors that your ass really don't want to be, right? And then on top of that, you got to be able to afford a visa. You got to be able to afford the plane tickets. I be having motherfuckers telling me they about to move and they ain't got money for plane tickets. They ain't got money for visas. And I'm gonna live my dream. I'm gonna secret my way into another reality. Come on, family. Come on now, we got to be able to talk some, get your let's get reparations and you go live wherever the fuck you want. I'm just throwing it out there. You're not confined to America. You can live the American lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? We haven't been really living the American lifestyle. We've been receiving the scraps off of master's table. We haven't really been able to live the American lifestyle. You know? He said, who took your visa pics? I mean, because a lot of people don't even have passports. I'll be coming on some illusionary shit. Family, we got to get real about this. All right. President Trump invokes the plight of the forgotten people. Liberals call for massive new government programs. Wall Street titan Jamie Dimon proposes a Marshall Plan for America. Ideological conservatives warn of a socialist uprising that would ruin Americans' capitalism, but economists who study the issue say it needs not to come to that. They got 5 solutions here. That's 5 ways to fight wealth inequality. I got one way to fight wealth inequality. That's called reparations. Now, they got 5. I got 1. Just saying. All right. They say bolstering human capital, raising wages and returns, altering corporate governance, expanding infrastructure, protecting intellectual property. That's the 5. Those ain't gonna work. See, because everybody gonna get, and that means that everybody, and we're going to be in the same position. Come on, family. No, don't fall for the foolishness no more. We can't fall for the foolishness no more. I'm not gonna allow you. I can't allow you to fall for the foolishness anymore. All right. Discussion time. A historic hearing. House panel explores reparations. So let's go on and talk about the meeting yesterday. I don't know why 3 windows open every time I click. I have to get something fixed. An historic hearing. House panel explores reparations. Washington. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. This is New York Times. I can't even read that one either. Well, family, y'all got me on a budget. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying. We on a budget. Now, I can't spend no more without causing conflict in my house. This shit cost, the phones, all this costs. You know what I'm saying? So I'm limited. I can't get no New York Times subscription. I'm just saying. Y'all need to consider that. Media costs money. All right. Iraq shoots down a U.S. drone aircraft. Now, so we are on the verge of a conflict or a war with Iran. Now, of course, I keep on telling you this part of the smoke screen because they need to take some of this attention off of reparations and some of the other underhanded shit that's going on in Washington as usual. So a war is always a good diversionary tactic. So while you looking over here, we're shifting shit here, right? We got to be single. We got to be single-sided. We got to be clear on our vision, and we got to move in that direction. We're gonna talk about that a little bit with these proverbs today. But Iran shoots down a U.S. drone aircraft. Now I want to let y'all know how this is bullshit. Let me just break this down. The drone that they shot down, if you listen to news media, was a spy drone. The Iranians shot down a spy drone. It was an American spy drone, but it was a spy drone. What the fuck are you supposed to do with a spy drone when you catch the spy drone spying on you? Let's just say you got a neighbor. You got a neighbor, and the motherfucker got a drone. And he's flying the drone looking in your bedroom window. You see the camera on the drone. Are you within your rights with the drone floating around looking into your bedroom window to smash that motherfucker? I'm just asking. We're talking about a whole country here. You got a spy drone. $1 million piece of equipment that's spying on a group, and the spy drone get caught, and we supposed to get hot and bothered as American citizens because they caught a spy drone? It's called a spy drone. Yeah, family. I mean, maybe y'all don't get where I'm going with this, but this shit just don't sound right. What do you say? Expatriatism. I'm just like, family. I mean, it's certain things you got to expect. Spies get caught. Spy drones get caught. When they get caught, if you being spied on, you're supposed to smash them. It's like, don't fall for the okie doke. Now, here in Ohio, we are going to be having Simba Camp. It's going to be in Ohio. It ain't that far from Columbus. So we finally got it here. So all of the people that be calling me talking about, well, Tim, I need help with this boy, and y'all need to have programs. I wish you still had the house open and blah, blah, blah. Here you go. Right here in Ohio. They got spots open. The flyer's on my site. You could get it. It says Simba, Saving My Brother's Arms, offers African American young men aged 8 to 17 a safe space to examine their lives, their choices, and their futures based on Rites of Passage motto. The camps take young males through a process which exposes the traps that lie waiting for them in the world, and lifts up the power and promise of African and African American culture and heritage. The Simba Camp will take place on June 29th to July 6th in Hatley, Wisconsin, and July 14th to 19th in Fulton, Ohio. For information regarding the Ohio Simba Camp program, please contact Deshaun Sensenbaugh, also known as Royalty. I won't say what I call him. You know, that's an inside, that's a family joke. But, 373-3330. 614-373-3330. Family, we got a few spaces left. I don't expect anybody to be calling me talking about, I need something to do with this boy. I don't know what to do with this boy. Right? I just laid it right out for you. We got a count going down here from July 14th to the 19th, I think, in Ohio. Somebody called in, they hung up. I don't know what's going on with that. Also, now, I read a book recently. It's called Digitonomics. Great book. Listen to me. The brother has a system where he has been able to commoditize his content on the internet, create ebooks, do shows, everything. And I'm looking at all the stuff that he's doing. I'm like, damn, I'm using all the same stuff. So I reached out to him, and now he's helping me put some stuff together so I can streamline Gye-Nyame journey. Right? The book was good. It's a good read. I'm suggesting, family, that everybody reads it, because not just because you might be a content creator, but the fact is that, you know what I'm saying, you might have something that's of value, and he can help you market it. He can help you build what he calls a WA. It's a walk-away wealth system. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play some music, because being old, I got to use the bathroom. We're going to take a break.
So with no further delay, let's give him our undivided attention, and let's receive Brother Minister Nuri Muhammad with a warm round of applause. All praise and peace for Allah. Shalom alaikum. Thank you, family. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witness there is no God but Allah, and I bear witness that Muhammad is indeed his messenger. I'd like to greet my brothers and my sisters in the greeting words of peace of Assalamu alaikum. How's everybody today? All praise are due to Allah. I'm doing well myself, striving in Allah's name to make my word my bond. Thanking Allah to be able to celebrate a Savior's Day. To actually have met a Lord and a Redeemer for the black man and woman in the whole world, if they only but understood. And I'm talking about the greatest black man that has ever lived other than God himself, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Yeah, Columbus most dangerous up in here for the year 2014. Yeah, Grind Life Entertainment. It's got you calling on your Jesus. Stomach full of butcher. Open on the street is getting deep. It's time I rupture.
All right, we got a caller. All right, we're gonna stop the music. That was Brother Shekel. Matter of fact, he got a new album coming out. We're gonna be. I want to premiere that on here and also interview him. Also, I got to get an interview with Brother Eddie Baird as well, because they got a news piece out too. Damn, the caller hung up. All right, well, we're gonna go and finish this up, because that's the second caller. I don't know what's going on with these callers just calling in and hanging up. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. All right, and I know that I can't see any of y'all comments. I can't see no comments because the Facebook piece is messed up. But the call-in line is 614-260-7150. 7150. Once again, 614. I'm going to type it in. Call in 614-556-4535. By the way, I'm planning to attend at least part of the camp in Ohio, for those that want to know. So, and I got time to do the whole camp if I need to. But we have to go on and support these type of efforts. It's very important. So let's get into the folk tale for the night, because I got to work on my commercial. I got a commercial coming out, family. We got to have some homework, working with Brother Philip Shock. Oh, speaking of that, he has another product on here. They say the portion of Africans and other black immigrants is quietly increasing. No one is taking note. Brother Shock Matthews, he has 50 reasons why African Americans succeed and failing financially. Now, I read this piece. This one is a free read if you so choose, or you could go and give them a little bit more. But it was a pretty good piece because in it I was able to identify some of the stuff that I do. Right? I mean, because basically what this is doing, it allows you to take inventory of yourself and look at some of the stuff that you do that helps you not be able to at least save a little bit. You know what I'm saying? At least move beyond the 1700 that I keep telling y'all about, right? I'm looking at them like, damn, this is why I can't get past 1700 in the bank. God damn it. I need to make some adjustments. Tomorrow. You know how we do. When it comes to tomorrow, do it tomorrow. Let's see if Brother Kwame made another comment. The name of the book, again, is called Digitonomics. Digitonomics. It is a digital book. Digital book. It's on the timeline. And then also, he has another piece on here called 50 Reasons Why African Americans succeed at failing financially. Available on Gumroad. So, you know, like I said, because he's teaching me some he's teaching me some little skills, man. It's kind of dope because it's incredible when you start finding out you got all of the right skills, but you're using the wrong tools, or you're using the tools wrong. This is what, I mean, just in one session, this is what he pointed out to me. Bro, you got all, he like, dude, you got, he said, well, how many, I got about 2,000 blogs. You got what? I got 1,000 videos. What? Man, I've been podcasting since 2008. What? I use Gumroad. What? Man, I'm a big fan of using Google. I write books on Google. What? So yeah, man, I've been doing this for years. And he's saying you conscious too. I said, dog, let me help you. Let me help you. Let me help you. Right? So I said, all right, cool. So he gave me homework assignment. And see, what's crazy is the homework assignment he gave me, I was already done with. I already got it. But somebody calling in, who just calling in online? Are you calling in just to listen?
Oh, yeah, my bad. I was waiting for my Bluetooth to kick in.
What's up going? What's going on? This is Quasi Low. Quasi Low, are you going to the cookout this weekend, my brother?
Is it in Rita's house?
Yeah, it was supposed to be top secret, but yeah, you just told the feds where we're going to be. Okay, yeah, that one.
What?
No, I'm just joking. But go ahead. How you doing?
I'm good. I'll probably be cooking, right?
Hey, yeah.
Really?
What do I need to bring so that you can cook it up?
Whatever you want to be delicious.
Uh-oh. So now, I've been talking to Quasi, and one of the things I want to work on with Quasi is doing a cooking show, because I'm gonna demonstrate to him the camera equipment I got while he's over there showing us his skills on the grill and in other places. I'm gonna bring the camera piece over and show you what we got in Gye-Nyame and what we can further get, because the whole piece is we want to start doing this whole media piece. And when I show you what I got, it's gonna blow your mind, dog.
Oh, okay. That sounds exciting.
It's gonna blow.
I feel like I owe our audience an apology, because I fell off with the I-Win situation, man. That was a financial situation, you know what I mean? While you are growing and accumulating items, mine are doing that.
Right. But hey, it's cool because the audience understand, man, because like I said, you know what I'm saying? It took me to get to a certain point in my life where I was able to have enough. You know what I'm saying? You still in that discovery. We still in that discovery, developing phase, and then on top of that, being being, and a lot of people gonna take this the wrong way, being black, it takes you time to establish stability. It takes more time for you to establish stability than if you were from another group. So,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So, it's
Coming
understand.
together too, man. I mean, I'm you know, it's nice to be understood. I definitely say that.
Oh, dude. Shit, I've been through the shit. I'm, you know, in my family, we thought it was late blooming. That's what we called it. It wasn't, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't never, you know, being black, but shit.
Bloom late.
Right. Well, I thought it was late blooming. It ain't late blooming. You black. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no wealth to fall back on. And you ain't got nobody to help you. You know, so, you know, you out. We out here. So, we out here for real. So, if we're living good, it's because we out here doing some shit that, I mean, that is phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, shouts out to you. But you called in, you got a comment, or you just ready to get into these quotes?
Yeah, I just you know, half the time I don't even be having access to even see that. My data is out right now. I just happen to be somewhere where I got Wi-Fi, so I started the show going. You know what I mean?
All right. So we're going to get into these. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, we be struggling out here. A lot of niggas be liking to be on Facebook and acting like they rich. I'm real with mine. I'm struggling like a mug right now.
I mean, but actually, that's a Gye-Nyame rule. We got to be real with it. Because that, you know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, like I said, other than that, we're practicing illusions and shit. We all out here. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know what I'm saying? So
I had an unfortunate situation today with some people that I love. I just really came to me where I couldn't deny that these people are living in illusion, man, and it hurt me to have to realize that I have to kind of distance myself. You know what I mean? I have to. Sometimes we gotta lose people, even that we love, in order to preserve ourselves. I can't lose myself, because then I'm no good to nobody.
right. Because, I mean, we be living those, some people be living those illusions, and you'd be so crazy. You be listening to them, you like, what in the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? You really don't know where you are, when you are, nor why you are. You know? Hold on. Brother Kwame say, what do Kwesi want us to bring? Wings, drinks, etc. And he said lemonade or Gatorade, as far as drinks are concerned, can't drink anything stronger than an ambrosia. And ooh.
They don't make hard Gatorade?
Huh?
So they don't make hard Gatorade? They ain't invented hard Gatorade yet?
Nah, we gotta invent that on our own. But I might bring a gallon of ambrosia. I'm gonna have some ready. You know, it's gonna be it's gonna be young, but it's gonna be strong. I'm bringing some ambrosia. That's what the fuck I'm bringing.
I'll say this though, anything y'all want on the grill, let me know in like a day in advance. Preferably, I would like to get it so I can season it and let it marinate. You know what I mean?
All right. So Kwame, if you didn't hear him,
so I can be mentally prepared.
He said whatever y'all want on the grill, bring it, because he would like to get it a day in advance. So we got tomorrow to get it to Kwesi so he could go and season it up, get it ready, so they could be put on the grill. I got some, got those big mushrooms too. I might bring some of those. You know, we might be able to do a little snippet of a show or something over there. But then the Raw Rising is early that morning, so I'm gonna have to get out of here. I got to get out of here about 5:45. No, I'm gonna have to get out about 5 a.m. because I want to be at the Raw Rising.
Raw Rising?
Yeah, that's it's a ceremony celebrating the solstice, even though the solstice is tomorrow at 11:54 a.m. I think it's tomorrow at 11:54 a.m.
Where's that gonna be at? Is it something that I could?
Yeah, it'll be. I gotta get the flyer. I'm gonna post it up, but I think it's like at 5:45. It's at sunrise over at the Wolf Park. Brother Kwame, what's going on?
I was
rather than doing all that damn typing with my carpal tunnel hands and everything. So, Quincy, how do we get the stuff to you?
I can come and get it.
Listen, Kwame live. Shit.
No, we're going
Kwame live in Pittsburgh.
Look, bro, we're going to be in town because we got to get our visas taken. Our visas taken.
Hey.
Let me find out I got to get a passport photo to come and see you.
No, it ain't that bad. I know around 4 o'clock we're supposed to be at South High School. That's where we're getting our visa pics taken by a young brother.
Oh, where you about to go? You ain't got to tell me. He said,
No. I know for sure that we plan on sending Charlotte to synagogue.
But you said we. Are you going to synagogue too?
I'm not sure. You know, funds are tight, bro.
Yeah, I know, bro. I mean, that's the conversation me and Quasi was just having. Funds, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you do this work. When you doing this work. Shit. You know, I got to look at you. Got to look at a motherfucker like an agent if he always on top when he doing this type of work. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like shit. It's rough. You know what I'm saying? It's like damn. You know, because like I said, for me to get the people the quality that y'all deserve. You know what I'm saying? Shit, bro. You know, I got to sit back and be like. My wife started talking. I gotta look the other way and shit, cause I be like, like shit.
Well, but you know, the thing is that you know, I wanted to travel before I'd gone blind. Now, it's not that I can't have experiences as a blind person in, you know, the various countries I would visit, but Charlotte. I want to make this opportunity available for her to go with her dance crew, you know, with Miss Susan and
right.
Kasan gang. If by some chance they raise enough money where I can go, then I'll be gone. But at this point, we're just getting our license. We're getting our new license stuff, you know. So hell, you got to have a new license, you know, so they can track you abroad.
Right.
To your license, and then get our visas together. And so
wait, hold on. They're combining the license and the passport?
No. So basically, you have to go in and you get reissued a new license with a lot of other information, you know, included within it. And so you know, I don't have a license, but my state ID, I'll trade that in for and I'm wondering, shit, I probably got to pay for this shit too.
Yeah.
So I get to trade that in for the updated license that allows you to travel abroad.
Oh, so you gonna have
So you can travel abroad with your license now, with your state ID?
No. I'm not saying that, but you must have this new license in order to travel abroad.
It's called.
Even with a passport?
Yeah, I'm reading about it right now. It's called an agent in the pocket. That's what they call it. The agent in the pocket. So they could.
So you're telling me that I have a passport. I have my passport, but I have an outdated. Well, I mean, it's not expired yet, but it's not updated. So I can't travel abroad right now unless I get the new license?
Correct.
Damn.
You stuck, Quasi. You thought you was escaping. You can't go. You can't go nowhere. You thought you was slick, trying to get your passport. You gotta get this up-to-date license. So I gotta get an up-to-date license. All right, so let's go and let's shoot these out real quick because we are at. Damn, I'm at 53 minutes. Been running my mouth. All right. First, first proverb. This is from Swami Vivekananda. Take up one idea. Make that one idea your life. Think of it. Dream of it. Live that idea. Let the brain, muscles, nerves, every part of your body be full of that idea, and just leave every other idea alone. This is the way to success. That's number one. Number two, this is from Nagarjuna. Things derive their being and nature by mutual dependence and nothing and are nothing in themselves. So let me say that again because I messed up. Things derive their being and nature by mutual dependence and are nothing in themselves. Last one. One cannot make a pact with the slave and make a pact with the master and then not betray one of them. Now, I have this proverb in this book at least 3 times. So I make everybody that has to get this book, that does this book, that goes through this process, you have to process that at least 3 times in this book. One cannot make a pact with the slave and make a pact with the master and then not betray one of them. Damn.
Or both.
Or both. So, family, here we go. Question 1, 2, or 3. Kwame, you the elder? 1, 2, or 3.
1.
1. Quasi. Here you go. It's on you. So what you going to do? Take up one idea. Make that one idea your life. Think of it. Dream of it. Live that idea. Let the brain, muscles, nerves, and every part of your body be full of that idea. And just leave every other idea alone. This is the way to success.
You want me to
You gotta
do
say.
my impression?
I threw it, yeah. I threw it out to you. Go ahead.
Well, the first thing that came to mind was that sounds like an Eastern philosophy versus the Western. Like the Eastern philosophy is concentrate your forces versus the Western philosophy being don't put all your eggs in one basket. So,
Is it a
I'm
good?
not say that there's wisdom to either. And it's interesting that kind of vibes with the third one. Like the slave or the master making a pact with one or the other. It's not necessarily to favor the master, but you definitely can't concentrate your forces and not put all your eggs in one basket. You see what I'm saying? You have to pick one of those slots. You know what I mean? Like if you in the middle somewhere, then you ain't doing shit.
You ain't doing. Ooh.
You know.
Ooh. So, but we got a lot of neutral people in our camp. We got a lot of neutral people in our lives. Damn, y'all got both quiet.
Yeah.
Y'all both got quiet on that.
I mean, hell, I think I'm definitely closer to neutral than having chosen a stance. Honestly, like being honest with myself, I think that's even part of like why I challenge myself to be honest with myself. That's kind of, if I was to say like picking one thing and sticking to it and letting it be the essence of my being, that's kind of one, like what I feel myself wanting to gravitate towards is really being honest with myself and not being full of shit, literally and figuratively. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because I feel my body not flowing right, like
Right.
blockages in my body.
There is I think it's Dale Carnegie. He says, put all your eggs in one basket and watch the basket. You know what I'm saying? Because the question comes up, for me, because in our culture, mastery was a major thing. And we are being immersed in a culture now where rather than master, you're being pushed towards being good, a little bit good at everything. Mastery was a major piece for us. And the piece that I'm saying is that you can't really become a master if you don't, in a sense, in some form or fashion, activate the idea that he's talking about total single focus. But that will cause havoc in your life. We got Sister Regina. Actually, I think today is today your day, Sister Regina? Yeah, you a Yah. Sister Regina is a Yah. Shouts out to the Yahs. We're going to give the Yah a round of applause for representing on the show today. Shouts out. Sisters of Fire will be at the G&J Mall this month. She got yes, hashtag Yahborn. Hold on. That's a tough one because I have so many interests, but as I mature and grow my business, I see the wisdom in that. We can allow our full selves to be dedicated to singular goals. That's powerful. And she said, yes, she's a Yahborn. But go ahead, Kwame.
You know, when I first heard of that, there were two thoughts that went through my mind. Of course, Malcolm Gladwell's 10,000 Hours.
Yeah.
And the idea where, you know, when I was younger, I used to have this concept of my eye that I wanted to, you know, kind of focus my life in on. But naturally, I was drawn to Jehudi. Now, many of us who understand the Netruru of Kemet, we understand that really those are two sides of the same coin. And so, in many respects, I got lucky.
Mm-hmm.
Because even though my focus may have been on my eye, my natural instinct was to, you know, think in terms of mathematics, think in terms of communication, you know, along those lines. And so, yeah, I lucked up. And this is a question to Sister Regina. A lemon pound cake, do you do that? What you laughing about, man? Shit,
I thought you was about to say some profound shit. I thought you was about to ask a profound question.
Was so profound.
I was like, God damn, okay. I got a question for you, Sister Regina. I got there to talk about Tahuti, my aunt, and mathematics, but I have a question. Sister Regina, a lemon pound cake. Do you do that?
Or hell, I could have been like Captain Picard. I said, Sister Regina,
Make it so.
lemon pound cake. Make it happen.
Make it so.
Number one, make it so.
Make it so. But Sister Regina, that's a serious question. Brother Kwame want to know, do Sisters of Fire make pound cake? Because we couldn't remember the menu. I couldn't remember the menu, but I do remember seeing some cakes over there. And he's looking for a pound cake. Yes, laughing out. My mom does the cakes. Brother Kwame wants to order, is it a lemon pound cake?
Lemon pound cake.
And when do you need it?
You know, shoot, I just, you know, was thinking about my mom. You know, she wanted a lemon pound cake, so.
All right, so as soon as you get it.
I'll check within family.
All right, so Sister Regina, if you know how to get in touch with Kwame, you can. If not, you get in touch with me. I'll get you in touch with Kwame. He want to order a lemon pound cake, but nothing. I kind of just thinking about my grandma right now. I would really like a 7-Up pound cake.
Oh, Lord. I could not stand those damn 7-Up sours,
man. I know Quasi too young for all that, man, but oh man, the 7-Up.
7-Up yours.
Man. 7-Up pound cake. All right, back to the profoundness. We're gonna get back deep. Now, the focus, family. Listen to it. Listen. Mastery, I'm just gonna put it like this. For our culture, mastery was a major thing. And mastery requires you to be able to focus your energy into, in many cases, a single objective. And usually people that are able to do this are people that are able to be successful, because what starts to happen is, and from what I notice is that when you become focused, other things that you need in life, other people will be able to fit in and fulfill that. You know what I'm saying? As long as you ain't focused, because some of us, we get single-minded on our fuckery rather than our mastery. You know what I'm saying? So we have to really make sure that we're directing that single-minded focus towards something that is, one, necessary for us, and two, necessary for the people. Like, for example,
I want to give another idea of this mastery piece, though, and this focus piece, because first, an example of what I'm referring to is when Brother Hatem and I were asked to, give some commentary on the ancestor Malcolm X. Now, Brother Hatem had expressed that, neither of us are any kind of experts on Malcolm X. However, we can approach Malcolm X's life through what we're mastering in. And Hatem's, of course, is, storytelling. And, of course, how he phrases the journey of the hero. And mine was through mathematics, where literally what I wanted to do, I had to make some adaptations, but what I wanted to do was, I designed a lesson plan, a math lesson plan around Malcolm X and running numbers. And so the idea of mastery is becoming so proficient in what one has focused on that given any situation, they're able to relate their mastery to that situation.
Hold on. You heard it, right? You heard it. He blew it up. Now, go and think about it, cause we got one more, family. We're gonna do one more, and we're gonna get up off this, cause it's past 10 o'clock. I need to go to bed. I've been sleeping late and shit, and my body's adjusting, and back. You know what I'm saying? Back to this. So I need to go and get my rest. So we're gonna do one more. Kwame, you picked the last one. Quasi, you got a choice between number 2 and number 3.
I don't remember what either one of them are specifically, but I know number 2. Number 3, I already connected it to
number 1.
Number 1. So I think I'll go with 3.
You gonna go with 3? One cannot make a pact with the slave and make a pact with the master and then not betray one of them. Actually, I forgot to announce what it's from. This from Benin. Nigeria, and Togo. So all three of these areas had this in common. When can I make a pact with the slave and make a pact with the master and then not betray one of them? Kwame, you want to take that one?
If you insist. So, when you consider a number of people who are said to represent us, you know, I'll use Candace Owens as an example. Now, Candace Owens, I didn't even know who the hell she was at one point, right?
Right.
But her name kept popping up, and then she gave a testimony before Congress, you know, in some hearing or something. And I heard this woman talk, and maybe a week before I got into a very heated argument with a sister who I'd been friends with for damn near 30-something years over reparations. And so fast forward a week later, I'm listening to this Candace Owens, you know, talk, and I'm hearing all these phrases that this friend of mine was saying coming out of Candace Owens' mouth, and I was like, well, I'll be damned. That's what she's been listening to? And so Candace Owens, who says, you know, she does everything for the benefit of black people, but at the same time, she's working for the masses. And when you hear the words come out of her mouth, clearly she's betraying black people.
God damn.
Because she's not dealing with the reality of the economic devastation that was brought on by, you know, from slavery to through Reconstruction, Jim Crow, the Civil Rights era, and presently. She ain't dealing with any of the realities of the shit that black people have to go through. And so that's my example of that. And when you were commenting on the people they were sending, the Democrats were sending before Congress, I made the comment, I said, you cannot send an integer to do an irrational's job. And I'm speaking algebraically from a numeric point of view. Integers are your numbers like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the negatives of those numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. The irrational numbers are numbers that cannot really be expressed.
Like pi?
Like pi.
Zero was an integer?
Say that again?
I didn't know zero was an integer.
Yeah.
I thought zero was more of an irrational number because it can't really be expressed.
No, irrational numbers are numbers that cannot be expressed as a fraction. Zero can be expressed as 0 over 1, 0 over 2, 0 over 3.
Oh, okay.
All equals 0.
Right.
But those are also that's also a subset of the rational numbers, because your rational numbers
is a special case.
Zero has its properties. Excuse me. Depending upon whether you're looking at it from a group standpoint, an additive standpoint, a multiplicative standpoint, and just to give a brief example of what I mean. So if I'm looking for the additive identity, it would be 0, because any number I add to 0 will yield that number. In other words, 0 plus 1 gives you 1. So 0 becomes the additive identity. Right. In multiplication, the additive identity is the number 1. 1 times 15 is 15. 1 times any number x is x. And so it becomes the multiplicative identity. But those are just examples of some of the ideas that come to me when I think of this notion of trying to serve two masters.
He got a math lesson. Only on Gye-Nyame journey. Shit. We found out 0 is an integer. We found out that you can't send an integer to do an irrational numbers job. You know what I'm saying? And it is, and we have people that supposedly are serving us and serving others, and there's no way that you could actually. You're going to have to betray one of them. We have to understand this. This is why it's very important, because I was talking to the family about this. We have to have individuals that are supported by the community, that speak out for the community. If they are supported by the community, then they are beholden to the community. The community is master, right? And they serve that community. So we have to be able to start finding ways to be able to free up people so that they can actually speak our interests. A lot of people that are...
I have to say...
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Okay. No, finish what you were saying.
No, I'm done. Go ahead. I just make it up as I go.
I was talking to Sister Navita, man, and I felt like that situation that happened where that officer punched the dude. I feel like I feel personally responsible for the way that played out. I feel personally responsible. I mean, Navita was saying that we as a tribe could have stepped up and been there for him, but I feel like I personally should have reached out to him and been his strength, and I feel like I dropped the ball on that.
You know him?
Because but I ain't never stopped me from finding nobody.
That's true. I feel you on that. That's deep. But then, once again, that gets to the point of when you are out there fighting for him, where is your living coming from? This is why ministers are supposed to be servants of the congregation, because they don't have to worry about their daily bread coming from the devil or the system. You know what I'm saying? They're supposed to be the spokespeople, and those people that work for these religious institutions are supposed to be the spokesperson for the people. You know what I'm saying? And as far as the conscious community, we have not moved to a point where we are, in a sense, tithing in a way to where we are able to do it. And that's one of the things that I always got to give the Nation of Islam props for, because Malcolm was only able to be Malcolm because of the Nation of Islam. Because they provided the basics. That's nation building. You know what I'm saying? If you are a spokesperson and you speak for us, we're going to make sure that you be able to eat. So this means that all these other men out here, they're going to work at places every day. They might not be able to say the shit that you could say, but when they come back and they bring their money back, they're cutting you a piece of that so that you will be able to do what you do. And we haven't made it to that point yet, to where we have individuals that are able to do that. But we're moving there. We're moving there. The market is one of the first steps to that. So, you know what I'm saying? We have to really understand that as they say in the Bible, you can't serve two masters. You can't. You're going to have to betray one. You're going to love one, hate the other. You're going to betray one. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way the system that we are existing, the system that we exist in is designed. And you're always going to betray the one that ain't feeding you. Most people. Let's put it that way. Most people are always going to betray the one that ain't feeding them. There's some fools out here. Some of us fools out here. You can be like, you know, we're guided by principles and shit like that. So we got to, you know, we got to find ways to take care of those individuals, especially the young ones coming up.
Please, you don't forget, we'll be at South High School 4:00. I think I got your number. If I don't, just in case, Brother Hatem, shoot me Quasi's number.
Okay.
Or Quasi, if you have my number, then shoot it to me just to make sure I got it. Hell, if it comes in as your name, then I know I got it. But if it don't, then I don't. So.
All right. So.
I'm looking right now.
Oh, you got his number, Quasi?
I'm checking right now.
All right, because one of the things we got to do at our next meeting is make sure everybody got everybody else's number. Because that's what I'm doing with the young boys as well. All right, family, listen.
Yeah, I don't.
All right, so. All right. Well, I got both of y'all numbers, so I'll take care of that. Give me a couple minutes after this. But family, I want to thank everybody for tuning in and joining us here at the Congregation of the Mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. This is the Heart of a Simba production, and we just did another Tribal Quotes, day 75, by the way. Only got 15 more. And, of course, you know, we strive to blow up your old paradigms. Family, I'm out. What's up, family? Let's get it popping off. Let's get it popping off. Alright, family, this is the place where the congregation of the mighty gathers, and we are streaming at 17 frames per second. Right? So I'm going to be a little bit behind. Alright, so family, I want to welcome you. I want to welcome you to the congregation of the mighty, and this is the place where your hustle build muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. I forgot to open up the phone line. This is the Heart of a Simple production. And of course, you know we are on Tribal Quotes, where we strive to blow up your old paradigm. Alright, let's go to the chat. Let's see. Oh, I ain't even open the chat. I gotta open up the damn phone lines. You know, family, you know, when you producing yourself, shit, there's a lot of shit that can go wrong. You just forgetting. I got a lot of work I got to do tonight anyway. A lot of thinking. Got to get this rock and roll call together. It's going down in the morning. And I got to come up with something for the babies. I got a bunch of stuff for the olders, but I don't have enough for the babies. Right? So I got to think about that. Well, I mean, I got stories, of course. I got stories. Lines are open. Lines are open. Those that know the number, y'all can feel free to call in. We're gonna talk about everything that we need to talk about. I'm gonna hit some of this news first, then we'll get into the Proverbs. So first up, and y'all know I'm gonna hit some of this news first, then we'll get into the Proverbs. That's me. I like how I sound. All right, so here we go. Hold on. So I've been posting up some stuff in Gye-Nyame Journey. Oh, first off, shouts out to Brother Kwame. I have his article for next month's newsletter. I'm waiting for the rest of the family to do the like. He already did his, and he got a lesson. His is a lesson. It's a short lesson. I want to send shouts out to Sister Jackie. Hopefully y'all was able to see hers. But I will publish it again in the next newsletter. And after that, I think I might publish it up on the post because it's a hot piece. It's called Racy Flu. And make sure you get it. And like I said, if anybody want to challenge her on her satire, because it's actually funny, but it's based on facts, she's ready for that. You know, she's a professional writer. Shouts out to Sakmet Mayat. Peace to you as well. And y'all know right now, Brother Hatim is strong on these politicians and stuff right now. Of course, I'm about to do this forever because reparation is a worthy battle. And actually, I think this is the movement of the 21st century for black folks. At least those of us here, those that could trace our stuff back. Because I was reading an article today. And it said, well, how are we going to be able to tell the difference from a Nigerian who came to America 50 years ago and somebody that's been here for a long time? All right. Let's go and break down. Let's go and break that down, right? I don't see, because motherfuckers going to come with dumb comments and dumb questions because they ain't got nothing else to do, right? So they're trying to sidetrack the argument. Now, first off, we keep on hearing how it's impossible to distribute reparations properly. I want everybody, and those of you that's in the chat, please let me know if you can hear me. You know what I'm saying? It says I haven't been able to access any of my devices. I don't know who this is, so you and the family, obviously, because you're piloting the Gye-Nyame journey. If that's Navita and you got them, you already know we done talked about them old ass devices. All right, I'm just saying. Get mad if you want. We done talked about it. All right, so we live in a country. Let me just give you my personal experience. I was audited by the IRS. And they had all my transactions for the last 3 years. They knew exactly how much I owed. They knew exactly how much I was making on the side. And we have many friends and family, some of us in jail right now because of the IRS. And they're able to track all that shit. We are living in a society where, as Edward Snowden let us know before we left here, that everybody is under surveillance. And we have supercomputers. Why is it hard? Somebody please explain. You know what I'm saying? I challenge anybody on that. America has the technology to know how hot your ass is right now in the seat that you are sitting on right now. If they want to blow you up, they can find you and send a Scud missile flying in from 300 miles away, guided by some nobody. You know what I'm saying? Straight into your house. Come on now. They know your address. We educate millions of children every day. We know what classes they are in. The United States government has millions, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of workers. And they're able to track all of them. So you mean to tell me that a country that's able to do all this shit? And then on top of that, we had a technology where I could be talking to Sakmat, who might be down, I think, in Georgia, or Sister Kim, who might be in Ouagadougou, and on the continent of Africa, or Kwame in Columbus, or Jackie in Maryland, all at the same goddamn time. I can say Google. Okay, Google. What is a fart? And it will be able to define it for me. So please explain to me how a country having all these capabilities could not do something as simple as dispense reparations. Make right what was done wrong. But hold on, I know I got some chats up in here. Uh-oh, Brother Anubis, what's up, man? What's going on? Have you been getting the black signal? We got a new number, by the way. For those that want to get on the black signal, please hit us up at 25456. Type in G&J, text G&J to 25456, and we will get you on that black signal. And Anubis, if you want to be back on the Daily Toaster signal, you text Toaster to 25456 to get back on. Brother's been asking about you, man. Okay, cool. Well, we know you got an old device because you already told us that. I think you do. Are you still using the BlackBerry? No, some people actually, I mean, because BlackBerries were some of the most secure phones out there. But let's go on back to this news, man. So, so now they're going to try to discourage us and sidetrack us. So right now, you'll see on the Gye-Nyame Journey timeline, you have 3 2020 Democrats expressing concern that attacks against Ilhan Omar will stifle debate on Israel. Now, let's understand, if they can't redirect the conversation, if they can't necessarily drown out the conversation, they will try to change the conversation. So we went from ADOS talking about reparations all the way around to Israel. I'm just saying, anti-Semitism or y'all know what it is, anti-Semitism or whatever. You right? You know what I'm saying? So I got an article up there about that, and I'm only posting it up there to let people. These are some of the diversions that they'll put out there, because now people are like, there's more important things that we have to do. You black people, y'all want stuff for yourself when America is going up in flames? Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. America, America old. And as they say in the mafia movies, fuck you, pay me. Very simple. Fuck you, pay me. Don't care about, you know what I'm saying? The whole piece is, let's get it together. Let's get the things together. For those that want more information about the Black Agenda, go to ados101.com. All right. So now, another piece, because I of course, we're going to have our family that's going to be chiming in about all the money that black people got. I've been doing a little bit of math. Just a little bit. I'm not that good. Brother Kwame, if you out there, you can correct some of the figures that I have. So, I went through, looked at the top 400 billionaires. Billionaires. Out of 500 top billionaires, right? Let's just say 400, but out of 400 billionaires, I caught possible, let's say 4 and a possible. It's like space when it comes to black folks' money. 4 and a possible. Okay? Now, Kwame corrected my math this morning. If I'm correct, he told me that was like 2.5%? Something like that? Of the billionaires. Now, remember, we are 13% of the population. So then I looked at the millionaires today. There's 11 million millionaires. 76% of those millionaires are white. 880,000 of the millionaires are black. And if my memory serves me correctly, out of all of the millionaires, only 8%, somewhere around there, about 8% are millionaires. Now, as black folks, ADOS, we control 2.6% of the wealth in the country. Last I checked, country's wealth was about $100 trillion. 2.6%, that's about $2.6 trillion. I'm being nice. Out of 100 trillion. Family. Now, what I'm laying out for you is the reality, and then I always go back to the median and stuff like that. I know a lot of people don't like hearing that, but 50% of ADOS, or African descendants of slavery, are worth $1,700. In some major cities like Boston, it's like $8. I heard it's about $11 out in LA. I'm just throwing out the realities because I'm seeing all these discussions out here, and I just want people to understand where everybody's coming from all of a sudden talking about these reparations, because many of us have children, and it's like boom, what an inheritance. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I started with nothing. You leave here with nothing, probably. You know what I'm saying? But I can launch a fight that at least set my children up. You know what I'm saying? Because the piece is, we can't go down without a fight, family. I mean, I'm just saying. And I just, you know, like I said, some people will disagree, you know, be like, it's stupid, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? And it's sort of like, for me, it's sort of like allowing somebody just to move in your house, and rather than fighting for your property, you just walk away from it and be like, that's not mine. Not mine no more. I mean, it was ours, and we talk about how great it was when it was ours and all that. But all we are able to do is talk about the memories of the house. Even if some messed up stuff happened in the house, it's still our inheritance. We still should be able to get what is ours. And this country is ours. I know some of y'all going to disagree with that. You know what I'm saying? I got a generation of ancestors born, raised, and died here. I'm not denying that I have African roots, but I do understand that our ancestors were the blood sacrifice for this country to be where it is. I'm reading a book right now called Slavery's Capitalism, and they talk about all of the accounting systems that were perfected during slavery and how much the slaves was worth and what they brought to the economy and the jump start that slave labor was able to bring to this country. And people will hit you automatically with all countries started with slavery. Or you even get Joe Berry said he needs some. You missed the last batch. I'm about to start brewing. My fault. Shaka brew out for a minute. But all right, so let's get on to some other stuff. Now, I have an experiment on its way. Hopefully, it'll be here tomorrow. We'll be able to start on some of the health news. So, I snore. I am a heavy snorer. So one of the things I'm working on, they say the weird benefits of mouth taping that you should know about. So I'm going to experiment with a little mouth taping and some other stuff to try to keep my mouth closed while I'm asleep. And they had an article in Mind, Body, Green. I'm going to share a little bit of this, and then we'll get into the Proverbs. But somebody's on the line. Who on the line? Who's blessed in Gye-Nyame?
Brother Shaka.
What's up, Brother Shaka? How you doing?
I'm blessed. Was somebody else saying something too? Somebody else on the line?
No, that's just me. That's me talking to myself, man. You know how I do, man. You know how we do, brother. You know, if nobody want to talk, we going to talk. All right, the weird benefits of mouth taping that you should know about. Now, I'm going to read some of this real quick because I want some of y'all to hear about it, because a lot of us sleep with our mouths open. Well, let me put it this way. I sleep with my mouth open. I'm going to experiment with this and let y'all know if I feel a little bit different, because I have heard rumors that I snore very loudly. And I told y'all I snore, but, I'm kind of in doubt. I think I got people hating on me all around me. You know what I'm saying? Cleve said he heard me. My wife said they heard me, but they ain't present me with no damn proof. So how I know they ain't lying? How I know they ain't mad because they don't have the superpower of sleep that I have. You understand what I'm saying? Well, Cleve do.
I do.
Oh, you know about my superpower? You got the superpower too?
Oh, you said your superpower. Yo, I'm talking about the sleeper thing, man. Like, I know what I've heard. I've heard that I cut through some logs.
See, that's what I'm saying, but nobody ever present no damn proof. All these cell phones and stuff like that with recordings, how we know that we really snoring unless somebody can present some proof? And then, on top of that, even if they present the truth or proof, I got to analyze the video because they can go on and put sounds on there. How I know you ain't got no how I know you ain't cut some sound in? Because you hating. See, because there's a lot of haters out here. But
Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you the truth, though. I'm going to tell you the truth. To your loved ones, sleep apnea sounds deathly. Because you can be snoring real loud, and all of a sudden, they don't hear you even breathe for like 3-4 minutes. You know what I mean?
Because you took a deep breath.
Exactly.
You took a deep
You say what?
breath. You took a deep breath. That's a deep breath.
I don't know nothing about it.
But here we go.
I don't know nothing about it.
If you're like most people, the idea of taping your mouth shut while you sleep might sound a little, well, alarming. But as it turns out, mouth taping might just be the key to a restful night's sleep and so much more. For instance, would you be surprised to know that using mouth tape might help improve your breath, reduce or even reverse cavities, and improve your heart health? Helping your body, helping your body nose breathe. Wait, where is my, hold on, I don't have to do all that. Let me just do this real quick. Because I got to read past all these chords, and we don't have to go through that on the journey today, nowadays. We in the modern times. I got another device right here. All right, I need what the hell is this? Okay. That's from the show this morning. Oh God, I might have to go. What's up, Shaka? Joe Berry said what's up.
Who said what's up?
Joe Berry.
Joe Berry, what's going on, man?
Yeah.
I thought about y'all down there today.
Oh,
because today. Well, I thought about all of y'all because there's a few things going on that's pretty interesting right now. Of course, trying to find the right piece of real estate is one, but the other piece is that I have finally sat down and tasted the difference between the straight. You know, since I've been making Red June, I've been mixing them all the time. I put rooibos and hibiscus in the same brew all the time. Sometimes I put a little more of each, but man, I finally got an opportunity to taste a perfectly and strictly hibiscus Red June versus a perfectly and exclusively rooibos Red June. And I'm going to tell you what, the taste is night and day. The rooibos is definitely that smooth champagne. I think we had some of that at the campgrounds.
mm-hmm.
And the hibiscus, it's got a heavier body to it. Almost like a grape juice. And, they just two totally different drinks. And so,
we're going to start separating them.
Yeah. So right now I got 3 gallons of the rooibos, the champagne stuff, that I'm looking to bottle up tonight.
So,
and
I will start.
And also, I've been thinking that Pharaoh's about to be on his spring break, and wanted to see what was going on down there because if I'm not mistaken, the next mall event takes place while he is still on spring break, and even if he's not,
March 30th.
He's home.
Right.
Say what?
March 30th.
March 30th.
Now.
Right on.
Now, let me correct myself on billionaires. 1.25% billionaires are black. But now, back to this. Helping your body nose breathe rather than mouth breathe during the night accomplishes a goal you might not even know exists. It greatly increases the amount of nitric oxide circulating in your body, which has a range of benefits. Nitric oxide is a molecule that occurs naturally in your body and plays a bunch of important roles in your health. There are basic ways nitric oxide gets to your blood. The first is by eating nitrate-rich foods like nutrient-rich vegetables, and the second is through the various ways your body creates its own nitric oxide, mainly exercise and nose breathing. While you have control over your diet through much of your life, your body's natural ability to produce nitric oxide through exercise and nose breathing decreases as you age. That's why it's vital to develop good nose breathing habits as early as possible, and not allow your body to fall into bad patterns. Science tells us that some of the major drawbacks of decreased nitric oxide from mouth breathing include worsened vascular health or heart function, high blood pressure, drop in cognitive function, decreased immunity, and more chronic inflammation. On the other hand, improving your nitric oxide intake can help to not only improve your heart function, blood pressure, cognitive function, immunity, and inflammation, but also athletic performance, weight loss, digestion, neuropathic pain, anxiety, and depression. So I got two devices. I got some tape coming in. I got another device, and I will share with y'all on the Daily Toast when I get it. Maybe it will be part of, at least one of them will be here on time hopefully for the Toast and Talk on Kuumba. How to tell if you're a nighttime mouth breather. Getting up in the middle of the night to pee, tossing and turning through the night, nasty breath in the morning, snoring, gingivitis and bleeding gums, signs of teeth grinding, cavities, drool on your pillow. If you don't have some of these sleep disorder breathing like sleep apnea, it's almost certain you're mouth breathing through the night. Feeling a little overwhelmed. How mouth taping can help with NO production and nighttime mouth breathing. Feeling a little overwhelmed? Don't worry, I won't leave you without the fix to your mouth breathing issue. For several years, I kissed my wife goodnight and then reached to my nightstand for mouth tape to put across my lips. As I mentioned, many people hear mouth taping and have some horror stories. Image pop up immediately, but your body evolved to breathe through the nose, except in a few circumstances like extreme physical exertion, stuffy sinuses, or while talking. Unfortunately, modern development in sleep, like comfy beds, combined with the common underdevelopment of the airways from a lack of vitamin K and nitric oxide, in fact, have led to a much higher number of people who mouth breathe at night. Taping your mouth shut is a great way to make sure your nose breathes throughout the night. Bonus, if you wake up every morning without tape on your mouth, it's a good diagnostic tool to recognize frequent mouth breathing. Many people who start taping notice an improvement in their sleep within just the first few nights. That's because mouth breathing often correlates with interrupted sleep, just enough to kick you out of deep sleep, but not usually to the point you remember waking. But once you start mouth taping, these interruptions will probably go way down, providing you with deep sleep and a fresh start to the morning. I've even seen patients with mild sleep apnea reverse condition just by mouth taping. And they talk about how to mouth tape. Common questions about mouth taping are on here. If my nose gets stuffy during the night, will mouth taping make me suffocate? No, while taping the mouth shut can sound scary, it's not able to overcome your body's natural desire to keep breathing. If your brain picks up on an inability to breathe because of a stuffy nose or any other issue, it'll force your teeth to grind and wake you up. Often you'll remove the tape on your mouth without consciously realizing you're awake. Are people who shouldn't mouth tape, and you got how long should I mouth tape? You got all this stuff on here, and you can go and do the research yourself. How you doing, Miss Jackie? I sent out the newsletter. Thank you. Hopefully you got it. If not, I'll send you a copy. And like I said, I'm thinking about posting that up on my But I'm gonna let it marinate for a couple of days for those people. I'm gonna keep on advertising it, trying to get people to read the magazine. So now let's get into the conversation. Brother Shaka hung up because he going to get some tape because he already admitted that he snored. But I still got questions, right? So I will show the tools that I'm gonna start using. I'm gonna experiment with it and let you know how my sleep go. I sleep good any damn way. But maybe I might be able to perfect my sleep technique, and in me improving, maybe I can give some of y'all some tips, bring some value into your life, and that's what we do in Gye-Nyame. So now, let's get to the Proverbs. Call in line, 614-556-4535. Boom. I just posted it up there. Let me post it up on Hootsuite real quick. Call in. Line 614-556. Boom. We got it up. Spreaker 614-556-4535. So here we go. We on day 62, pulling from tribal quotes. Let's see if we can get through these tonight. Day 62. He who fears being conquered. He who fears being conquered is sure of defeat. Napoleon Bonaparte. I believe that it would be almost impossible to find anywhere in America a black man who has lived further down in the mud of human society than I have, or a black man who has been any more ignorant than I have, or a black man who has suffered more anguish during his life than I have. But it is only after the deepest darkness that the greatest joy can come. It is only after slavery and prison that the sweetest appreciation of freedom can come. Malcolm X. 2 small antelope can beat 1 big one. That's from Ghana. All right, so now somebody on the line, please type in a number between 1 and 3 so that we know what to start with. It's on y'all. Do 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 do. Jackie's up first again. Number 3, 2 small antelope can beat a big one. 2 small antelope can beat a big one. If you have a comment on this one is from Ghana. If you have a comment, feel free to call in. Of course, I will start off since nobody's on the line. Some of y'all out there in the chat that might not want to call in, all you got to do is type in your stuff. I'll read it as well. But let's go and talk about this one. 2 small antelope can beat a big one. So, oftentimes we find that we may run up into somebody that might be bigger and a little bit better than us. But it's hard for this bigger and better person or being to beat 2 of us. This is, for me, this one is all about teamwork. It's all about finding your tribe. Because I've been screaming that for like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years now. Find your tribe, right? Because more hands make the work light, right? You got a big antelope that might be bullying 2 smaller ones. Now, individually, they can't do shit. But when they come together, they are a formidable opponent or opponents, right? So in order for us to sometime beat some of our situations, we have to look for those other sets of hands that can help us, because best believe the issue that you have, there are other people around you that are having some of the same issues. And sometime when we reach out, we might find that other antelope that can help us take down the bigger antelope. Right? Family. This is why, like I said, with the whole reparations piece and all this, boom, I'm reaching out to family. Boom, boom, boom. We need to start talking about it. We need to start thinking about it. We need not only look out for our health, but we need to look out for our future generations. We need to look out to get some of this stuff back. But in order to be able to do that, one of the major things we're going to have to do is learn how to take down the larger antelope. Because if two can beat the one bigger antelope, what if it's 5 of them? They gonna kill them, right? So we have to understand that teamwork make the dream work. Teamwork make the dream work, and that's what that one is basically about. Dealing with problems, dealing with problem people, dealing with problem situations. You know what I'm saying? We can often overcome them when we find other people that are confronted by the same issues. And also, now that story don't fit. I was going to tell a story that I was reading with the young people, but it don't really fit this situation. Why can't we all just get along? Brother Kwame, man, you so funny, man. Stop it, man. You know what I'm saying? The team always make or breaks the chief. I don't understand. The team always makes or breaks the chief. That's very true. That's very true. And it's like, you know, like I said, and in order for those two antelopes to really work together successfully, they have to kind of share the same principles, same ideas. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we try to team up with people that really might not even, you know what I'm saying, might not even have the same goals that you have. Or they might not even want you to achieve your goals because they're hating on you, right? So, you know, you got to find that other antelope that wants to overtake the bigger antelope as bad as you do. As bad as you do. Family, you know, as they said, why can't we all just get along? You know what I'm saying? And, you know, and sometimes I tell people, they're like, well, you know, we all, I wonder why antelopes were used for the example. I don't know. I think they saw a lot of bullying over there with antelopes. You know, I think antelopes do a lot of bullying. You know what I'm saying? Obviously. I mean, I ain't never been around antelope, but it sounds like it's you got some young suicidal antelopes out there because they've been getting bullied by the big antelopes. You know, I mean, maybe antelopes are like that. You know, but maybe and then also sometimes because antelopes are usually hunted by men and lions. I mean, the only thing an antelope beat the hell out of is grass. So I think this proverb, I think in the wisdom of the ancestors, I think they was trying to let us know that, you know what I'm saying, even the grass eater, when it works together to solve a problem, it could beat a bigger opponent. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like antelopes, you know what I'm saying? You think about antelopes, you think about a petting zoo. You know what I'm saying? Using lions, of course, 2 lions is going to be, you know what I'm saying? And maybe the lesson need to come across in a softer way, because you wouldn't even think about antelopes, you know, beefing like this. I didn't know antelopes was ganging up and stuff like that, you know? But hey, it is what it is. It seems like there's something about their grace and speed. Maybe. You know, but you know what? Well, I don't know how they could beat them running. 2 small enough can beat a big one. So I don't think they talking about running. You know what I'm saying? And it could be about the grace and speed as well, too. You know what I'm saying? It could be about the grace and speed as well. So, all right, so we going to move on. As I told you, it's been a long day. All right, family. And what a lot of people don't understand, like, it's certain activities that burn. I guess we do understand it, but it's certain activities that burn more energy than something. I could work with people, with most people, all day. You know what I'm saying? Especially those that's trying to solve their issues or might be a little bit confused, but have a genuine heart for what they're doing, I can help them. You know what I'm saying? People that are kind of not real about it kind of drain me, but I could do that for a long while. But sitting down and trying to write stuff sometime and put stuff together in a coherent fashion so that people can understand, not just young people, but people can understand, is very, very draining, taxing on me sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It's more draining than some of the stuff that I do. So I'm kind of tired because I've been writing all day. I've been trying to put together a slideshow that we can have some impact on some of the young people, because another aspect of the whole reparations piece that we really, really got to address, when, you know what I'm saying, in the discussions, and when I go to Kentucky in October, you know what I'm saying, I'm hoping to find individuals that possibly we could write something up and put it on the black agenda as far as the education. And even if it's not, you know what I'm saying, at least in my neck of the woods, I want to have some serious discussion about education and ADOS. You know what I'm saying? All right, so somebody put up a 1 or a 2. I'll wait. Man, don't make me have to do that old corny music again. Come on now. Don't do that to me. 1 or 2? 2. Thank you. I think that's Anubis. Sasha said, you supposed to be in bed. It's real life here at Gye-Nyame Journey. What are you doing? Go to bed. All right. I believe that it would be almost impossible to find anywhere in America a black man who has lived further down in the mud of human society than I have, or a black man who has been any more ignorant than I have, or a black man who has suffered more anguish during his life than I have. But it is only after the deepest darkness that the greatest joy can come. It is only after slavery and prison that the sweetest appreciation of freedom can come. That is Malcolm X. Now, of course, for me, I'm always going to go to the end. You know what I'm saying? Because now, part of becoming a legend is having a story worth telling. Right? Having a story worth passing on. And Malcolm X, through his transformation, had fuel to put behind the words. Because we know many of people with a fabulous vocabulary. We know plenty of people who can talk. But Malcolm had a story. Malcolm had a narrative that helped him identify with people. And in him going through the ignorance, in him going through being down in the mud, he was able to create a connection with people who had been through that. Now, but the key lesson for me is when he get to the part where he says, but it is only after the deepest darkness that the greatest joy can come. Buddha said all is suffering, right? The greatest aspect of Jesus' miracles was him, through his suffering, being able to bestow grace upon humanity. He knew how to take it plain, how to make it plain. We could say that. I mean, because we know a lot of people that make it plain too, that, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, Malcolm was able, I guess you could say that, make it plain. I am great. Thanks, brother. Hope all is well and your family as well. Yep, it's real life at Gye-Nyame journey. He knew how to make it plain. Let's stick with that, right? But part of that making it plain was being able to do that last part, being in that deepest, darkest. But it's only after the deepest darkness, that the great joy can come. In the hero's journey, you go to bed. You think I'm playing? Oh, it's about to go down a Gye-Nyame journey. I'm trying to tell you, man. Made me lose my train of thought. In the hero's journey, there is a step. So we talk about in rites of passage, basically is the hero's journey. You got the call, you got the separation, you got the initiation, you got the reintroduction. But in his book, Joseph Campbell had certain things that happen at certain times. And during the initiation process, where the hero became enlightened, or the hero became empowered, or the hero was to transcend who he was when he first entered the process and become that new being, or during that part of the initiation, for those that have been through the initiation, during that part of the initiation where it really get hectic, that where it really gets dark, that is the womb in which the hero was born. In that suffering, in that darkness, right? That if it's allowed, see, because at that point in time, confusion falls over the individual, and it's this from my experience. So it might be different for some of y'all out there, but when you're there, because there is a confusion that falls, or at least that fell upon me, and an opening happened. In the story that I tell, and I told it on the show a lot, so I'll run through it real quick. It's called I Know You, and I had a martial arts teacher, and in order to get in this class, I had to go through a lot in order to really even be part of the class. And the brother's name, he's on the toast list. His name is Tony Clark. Rod's words through the duat, through the darkness. You know what I'm saying? The light is formed. The light within you is formed, and you're able to find your way out. But it's not you. It's not the old you that's coming out. It's the new you that's coming out. So what Malcolm is describing is an initiation process. Well, anyway, in my story, my master sat me down and looked at me and told me he knew me. And I didn't know where he knew me from. I didn't know what he was talking about. He said, one day you'll understand what I'm talking about. I know you. You know what I'm saying? You don't remember me, do you? Boom, boom, boom. So some of y'all heard that story before. And I'm like, I don't know who this dude is. But anyway, he said, listen, you're going to be allowed in the class. He took me up under his wing. We started learning. Boom, boom, boom. I grew up. He got in trouble. He disappeared. He came back. By the time he came back, I was involved with football and other things, so I didn't have time to really check on him and to really go back to work with him like I was doing when I was younger. And I overlooked this dude, but I overlooked the fact that I made it through middle school, and I made it to where I was because partially of some of the time that he spent with me. He gave me some of his life, and when he I wasn't there, in a sense. I went to Ohio State. I was at Ohio State for 2 years. I found out that this man died. So when I came home, you know what I'm saying, I wanted to go to his gravesite. And when I went to his gravesite, I was standing over his gravesite, and all of a sudden, it hit me. In that dark moment, when I'm looking and realizing the fuck I didn't do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm coming down on myself, and I'm feeling bad. In that moment, I remembered where I knew him from. And in that moment, everything became clear. Not just the fact that where he knew me from, but a lot of stuff became clear for me. And a lot of it I couldn't hold on to, but it was like that moment where it's like, damn. Right? You know. So, but that's part of it, that when you go through it, you get that clarity, you get that moment. And in a sense, Malcolm was able to hold on to it, because some of us, what happens is when we go through it, because this is common in the hero's journey. When you go through the hero's journey, oftentimes when you return, you'll notice in some hero stories that the hero come back and nobody accepts him. Because nobody can understand what the hell he's talking about. Nobody really believes him. And in some of these stories, these heroes come back and they just have to settle back into the normal life because nobody understands what they went through. Nobody understands what they brought back. So in a sense, the gold turns to dust after they leave the sacred world. Malcolm was able to keep his alive, right? And that's what many of us have to do when we come back from the other side, right? When we come back with the information, we got to hold on to it as much as possible and allow that flame to burn, because many of us, because people don't understand where we are, you know what I'm saying? They can't, we start losing hope and we start falling back to earth, falling back to who we were. And the challenge is to keep the flame alive. So when we get into that dark place, the deepest darkness that Malcolm is talking about, right? To get comfortable with not understanding, without necessarily knowing, being lost in the mystery, and allowing the joy, allowing that whatever you call it, allowing that energy to enter you so that you can glean as much as possible, so that you can keep it alive as long as you can, so that when you bring it back, if you have to write shit down, boom, 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 you have to be able to share that message. Many of us are losing messages because we come back and we feel ashamed to be able to share what we came back with. I started saying fuck that a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't have time for that. I done lost a lot of years holding back my gifts, holding back what was given to me, holding back what I was able through the different aspects of my journey, being able to bring back. I got to hold it back because other people in remedial classes. I'm not doing that shit no more. And family is not for you to do. It wasn't for Malcolm to do. Malcolm was Malcolm because he was able to hold on to that glory when he returned. He said it's only after slavery and prison that the sweetest appreciation of freedom can come. And I want y'all to understand what's also going on here. We got this polarity thing going on. It's like in the middle of the polarity. How, you know what I'm saying? Basically, the question is, how do you know light if there's no dark? You know what I'm saying? How do you know joy if there's no pain? They need each other to exist, and our goal is to get right in the middle, because in the middle of it is where all our power lies. And what that sound like? That sound like part of the toast that I make with us every morning. I need y'all to understand, family, that those of you that participate with me in the toast, every morning we're doing a ritual, and we are forming our pact with the past and the future. And we are at that crucial point in that moment where everything is actualized, where we get energy from the past and we're getting energy from the future right here in this moment right now. And many of us just wasted. In a sense, Malcolm is talking about taking advantage of the goddamn moment. Many of us are just sitting, in the dark place. Dark place. We're scared of the, you know what I'm saying? We're regretting the past. We're scared of the future. We're just sitting in the dark place. Open up to the mystery, right? That's why they call it the mystery system, family. Not because they was teaching you some deep math shit. Not because they was exposing the secrets of the universe to you. They was exposing you to the secrets that are within you. And that's what a lot of us are missing, right? We're waiting for a motherfucker to write a book so that we can read it and learn the secret. When you are the secret. You're what the world been waiting for. Malcolm understood that. Malcolm walked in that. And it could be scary because people won't understand you. People won't want to accept you. But like, you know, come on, fam. Come on now. So, I ain't trying to do all that, but, let's, embrace those deepest darknesses. Understand. You know what I'm saying? Or if you don't understand, they don't even understand. Just rest in confusion for a minute. You'll know. You'll know. But some of us are so impatient. See, she said, read Marianne Williamson's poem. Who, the white girl running for the president? You're going to have to send it to me. I don't know that. Is that the white woman? Our deepest fear. She wrote that? You talking about the white woman running for president that's talking about the $100 billion for reparations? I like that shit. I might like, Well, I mean, I don't like the $100 billion, but hey, we all got to learn. $100 billion ain't shit. Our deepest fear is taxes. All right, family. So now we're going to move to number 1. We made it through. Anime, get ready. Anime, wake up. Get ready. He who fears being conquered is sure of defeat. Yeah, the thunder. Thank you. We don't need the Phoenix. We need the thunder. He who fears being conquered. He who fears being conquered is sure of defeat. One of the things I learned in the streets, I was never really good in the streets. I was too nice. But one of the things I learned while being out doing what I did was not being scared of losing. Right? I give shit away. I got, not getting no money, none of that shit. But I never feared losing a fight. I never feared getting hit in a fight. It's natural. It's what's going to happen. You're going to run into somebody that's better than you. You're going to run. And when I start dealing with the situations like that, it didn't matter how big they were, it didn't matter how skilled they were. That's when I was younger, though. Y'all leave me the fuck alone, right? But I had to get over just tuning in. Late basketball practice. What's up? What's up, Sister Navita? He who fears being conquered is sure defeat. And one of the things that I learned is that, understanding that it's a possibility that you could lose. And even once again, embracing that fear, embracing that darkness, makes it possible for you to overcome most opponents, if not all of them. Oh, girl, you missed the whole conversation. I'm not about to rehash. You're going to have to catch it on the replay. So, far as us, family, listen. I know a lot of y'all are like, because of course I got to bring it back to the reparations. I got to bring it back to your health. I got to bring it back to all that. A lot of people talking about, well, if we don't, we're doing politics in fear of losing, in fear of being conquered. That guarantees that we're going to lose. Family, we got to understand that anything that we want, whether we're talking about reparations or we want better schools, anything we want, it's a possibility that we're going to lose. It's a very real possibility, and we have to be willing to do it anyway. We have to be willing to speak it anyway. Why? Why? When this is something else that I noticed about the streets too, and I told y'all this one before. I found that most motherfuckers that like this that start fights don't really want to fight. They just want to win. Now every now and then you run into a pit bull, but 85% of the time you run into motherfuckers out here in these streets that just want to win. This is why niggas shoot now. It's like, boom, I just want to win. I didn't mean for it to jump off all like that and us getting, no. They just want to win. So the point that I'm trying to make is this. Listen, oftentimes when you stand up for yourself and you stand up for your people, what you start finding out, those people that are in opposition don't want to fight. They just want to win. And what we got to understand that every now and then we're going to run into that motherfucker that don't mind fighting. But the one thing that they're going to learn in the process of beating us is that they don't want to fight us again. Many of us are practicing scared politics. Many of us are practicing scared economics. Many of us are practicing scared. We're playing scared in education. And because we're scared of the possibility that we might get our ass kicked, that we might lose, we have already lost before we even start the goddamn battle. My bad, she is running. Didn't know that. Didn't know what, Jackie? Who running? Oh, so you looked it up? I thought you knew that. You had met an opponent whom you could surely defeat, but you were distracted to an art form that is a must, that it was a must that you practice, and you take the loss for bettering your weakest art form. Yeah. Shit. Dude. See, we only see, for those people that are fight enthusiasts, you only see the end product. Please understand that all those individuals that are undefeated in the actual ring got their ass kicked in the gym over and over and over again. Remember that. Shouts out to Kent Logan. Got their ass kicked over and over and over and again. We got to realize this. And you got to get over the fact, the fear of losing. That stops you. That stops us from being able to take the steps that will take us to victory. I'm just saying. He who fears being conquered is sure defeat. It's a possibility every time we make a move that we could be conquered, that we could lose, that we could be a prisoner, it's possibilities, but we still, family, we still have to move forward in understanding that that's part of that duality. You have victory, you have defeat. Is there. What we have to master is being that point in the middle. You know what I'm saying? We got to master that. It can go either way. All we got to do is put our best in, because like I said, most opponents, even on a universal level, most of them just want you to be scared. They don't want to fight. They just want you to surrender. They just want to win. It's rare. 15% of the time you're going to run into somebody that really, my fault, actually 5% of the time. I'm just saying. You're going to run into somebody that really want to do that. So, any other comments? Lines are open. If y'all want to call, we can have a conversation for a couple minutes. If not, then I'm going to get out of here. So I get up, I got to iron, I got to get ready for the rock and roll call. I'm really excited. Also, I want to remind everybody out there, family, get on the black signal. Text G&J to 25456. If you want to be one of the daily toasters, text toaster to 25456. Also, I want to remind everybody that we have the G&J Mall popping off on the 30th of March. That's the last Kuumba of the month, right? The 30th of March from 12 to 6. We still have space for vendors. We still have space for you to come and grace us with your face. Come introduce yourself to me. Let's sit down. Let's talk a little bit. I don't know if I have time because I'll be running around. I'm working. You know what I'm saying? I try to stay busy. I need to know if you got, I already sent you a compliment out early. Yeah, I got your article. Yep, already got it in the file for next month. Brother Kwame wrote an article. Sister Jackie wrote a beautiful article that's in this month's newsletter. All right? And I got a little piece up on the front explaining what we're trying to do with the newsletter and stuff like that. Where is it going to be? The mall will be at 3500 Refugee Road, known as Millennium Community School. We're trying to put the community in, put the community in the school for real. Providing space for entrepreneurs to shop their wares. Very affordable. If you pay in advance, it's $20. Now we had to change this. If you pay in advance, that means in advance don't mean 5 minutes before we open the door. I'm standing at the door. I'm about to open it. You give me, no. It's $20 if you pay in advance. If you're a regular vendor, if you're a food vendor, it's $30 in advance. After that, I think for food vendors, it goes up to $60 on the day of. And for regular vendors, it goes up to $40 on the day of. All right? So, and what we're trying to do is, first off, like I said, the market is the heart of the community. The market is the heart of the community. This is why it's kind of hard for us to organize where we are right now, because all the markets are controlled by who? Come on now. I want y'all to think about that. All the markets are controlled by others. Markets have been places where we have been organizing, strategizing, doing the things that we need to do and getting the stuff we need to survive since, I ain't going to say the beginning of time, but damn near. You know what I'm saying? As soon as we start developing some affluence, we started, boom, setting up a space. And most of our kingdoms were built up upon and around markets, being able to control the market. Shay Whitey and Say Arab. There you go. There you go. He said it, I didn't. So how you going to organize your community if your market is colonized? Think about it. How you going to build your school if your market is colonized? How you going to take control of politics in your community if your market is colonized? The colonized is where people get information and actual products that help them survive. If your enemy is in the market, you don't get no information except the information that they want you to get. And they don't have to take care of you with the stuff that they give you, so I can bring a whole bunch of bullshit into your community. Go up into your corner store, go into your corner market and ask for some broccoli. We got to update the strategy. A lot of the markets online. I agree with you there, but let me say this to you. There's a lot that's not. And there's a lot that can't afford to open stores. And what's even crazier is we're finding more artisans or more people who are making stuff now that can be useful in our lives. So what we're trying to do is bring the community together into one place. See, because even those online people can actually come and set up a space. Repairman can set up spaces. Individuals that have stuff that's being sold, that they might have some stuff in their house they want to get rid of, they can say it's $20. Shit, you can sell what you want. I mean, no alcohol and weed and shit like that. Y'all know what I'm saying, right? But you know, you can basically set up and sell what you want. Hell, you can sell your ideas. I would love to see the Moorish brothers come in and get a stand, and the Nation of Islam get a stand, and let people know what y'all about. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. You know, come on now. Because the information is passed in the market. Right? So, family, this is Brother Hatim. I want to thank y'all for joining me. Like I said, I got to get up here and I got to check and make sure. I think everything is, I'm about to go to bed. I'm tired. I've been thinking all day. I've been writing all day. We got some more books coming out. Those that are interested in the newsletter, a link will be going out so that you can subscribe. You know what I'm saying? And you know, help support the journey. The farmer, the artisan, the merchant, and the warrior. Uh-oh. Hey, as a matter of fact, check this out. Those that are seeing 300, right, with the Spartans, now you need to check out. You need to check out the history of that. Because where did the Spartan way get infused into the culture? First off, homeboy, the one that started, I can't remember his name right now, explored Africa a little bit, learned some shit. Because in Africa, he ran into the Egyptians, and the Egyptians had standing armies, and he's like, whoa, never thought about that. Might have even had some time in Nubia. Whoa, never thought about that. Came up out of there. When he finally made it back to what was it might not even been called Sparta then. When he got back, he started training people. He started sending people back that had the skills that he wanted. And when he got back, he set up his crew. His crew set up in the market and told the people this is how it's going to be. Chase the person that was supposed to be in charge up out of the city, and they took over, and that's how Sparta was started. The whole Spartan idea, what we talking about, the warrior shit, because they wasn't on that at first. Getting rid of the currency, only 10% running shit. You know, not that, you know, we need to be like the Spartans, but I want you to understand the importance of the market. It wasn't just for us. Markets are important to all people. Tamri Taseti. And Brother Kwame gave us a word to describe what we do, and it's what's the word? Brother Kwame, put it up there. Our thing. Tamri Taseti. There you go. He learning them classes, just showing off. Black Yoda's showing off. Look at him. Look at me, everybody. I can speak ancient Kemetic. Just gonna show off. Keep it up. Let me see. I'm gonna go to my streams. And I need to go and write this. I'm gonna write this. I need to put this on my mirror so I can say it every morning. And it's kind of a live little saying. He gave it to us on Kuumba. I think, let me see. Come on, Kwame, help a brother out. What is it? Kaning or, hold on. What's this date? Imani. It was on Kuumba. No, yeah, it was on Kuumba. Oh, here we go. Ket N. In cat in. This is our thing. In cat in. This is our thing, right? This is our thing, right? Those that know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. In cat in. All right, family. I'm out. This is Brother Tim. It's 19 minutes after 10 p.m. I'm out. Y'all have a great night. Thank you for joining me. Make sure you like and share. Help us spread the movement. If you are not in Gye-Nyame, if you're not on the Gye-Nyame Journey page, go on and like. And once again, share. Help us build it up. All right? I will see the Daily Toasters in the morning. But other than that, I will see some of y'all on Kuumba morning. If you don't know the language, know the language. As Brother Kwame taught us, cat in. You know what I'm saying? All right, thing. Get with us and make it your thing. I shade, Jackie. Peace out, family. I'm out.
Mr. Diddy, Mr. Diddy, Mr. Diddy.
Knock my stuff over, please. What's up?
Gina, this is space. Gina, this is base. This man can think is base. Nah, Gina.
Peace, fam. Yo, this is Gye-Nyame Journey. And I want to welcome you. Welcome you. This is
Gye-Nyame Journey Media.
Hold on. First, it is the home of the stubborn minority.
What?
Second, it's the congregation of the mighty. Third, doing too much. Real life here, Gye-Nyame Journey. Third, right? It's the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame
Gye-Nyame Journey Media. And this is your host, your brother, yo, humble servant.
Yes, that's right. Brother High Tim, and this is Tribal Quotes. And of course, this is a Heart of a Summer production.
Give us a round of applause.
Where we strive
to blow up your
Thank you very much, ladies. Y'all go on back and go on and play. We about to have some adult talk. We got Tribal Quotes going on. We on day 74 for those that don't know. In Tribal Quotes, we go from Gye-Nyame Journey Workbook, Tribal Quotes, by myself, Brother High Tim Gye-Nyame. We go through this book, and we are on day 74. This is a process of self-development, a process of self-discovery, and a process where we learn, where we do what we call wisdom mining. You know, twice a week, we sit down together and we do some real work, where we start having the discussions and other things pop up, right? Hopefully a lot of them got to do with issues that's going on right now, today. Hopefully you get something out of it. Hopefully we're bringing some type of value to your life, because we want to repay the community, because the community, especially in Columbus, well, really all over the nation, or really actually now all over the world, are giving us support for all the little things that we're doing here in little old Columbus, right? We got something else coming up real soon for y'all. So I want, I just want to prime the pump for you. I want to get y'all ready. I want to get your mind ready, because we're about to move into a whole nother level. Because if we get the support we need for what's coming next, the stuff that we're going to be able to bring you is going to be on a whole nother level. All right, family. So now,
Do you know what an ASMR is?
no, I don't know what an ASMR, and I don't think right now is the time for you to, unless it got something. Does it got something to do with this right here? What I'm doing right now?
Yes.
What does the ASMR got to do with this right now?
ASMR is a video that you eat food and there's a mic and they can hear you chewing the food, but you don't talk at all.
It ain't got nothing to do with what we doing.
The mic and they can hear you chewing the food.
All right, right now I went up to Who's Sweet and it's playing live, so y'all got to excuse me. It ain't got nothing to do with what we doing.
The mic and they can hear you chewing the food.
All right, right now I went up to Who's Sweet. All right, cool. So here we go. So there's been some memes popped up on me. It's official. I'm on day 18. Tomorrow I'm moving to day 19. I got my broth in here cooking right now. Of my 21-day Nguza Saba challenge. Now, I think I may have to go into a Nguza Saba challenge the week after. Because one of the things that I want to show is that with the farming that's going on in our community, Columbus, that I could get at least 3/4, if not 2/3 of my food from the urban gems. Matter of fact, I think I could have a whole diet based on the production of the urban gems. That means I will eat nothing. Well, let me say at least 2/3. Let's say 80%. Let's say 85%. Is that about 2/3? That's not more than that's. Let's say about 85%, because of course I would need the bread. I would need some stuff to wrap stuff up with. But I'm thinking that my breakfast, my lunch, and my dinner can come from food that I will get from the Urban Gems, because I want to support the program. I want to hype it up, and I want to hype up the Gye-Nyame and, of course, the Millennium Community School connection to this thing. So I'm going to show people that we can have a sustainable diet off of the stuff that we're bringing out. You know, when you see my young people up in the market, or you see videos of us, and you see the young people out there hustling them greens, you know what I'm saying, selling them greens, those are greens that they grew inside, and now that it's warm, we're going to be able to do it outside. So family, listen, And also, speaking of that, before we get into it, let's have some serious talk, family. Listen to all those entrepreneurs, vendors, anybody else, any type of services. We want to make sure that you understand that G&J Mall is not just
A mall.
no, it is. I mean, it's a mall, but in the mall sense, I want people to understand that it's bigger than, like I said, if you have stuff in your house and you want to do a rummage sale, you know what I'm saying, it's portable, bring it on up. You know what I'm saying? If you have services that you want to offer, get a booth. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to provide the community with connections so that they could get everything that they need. Now, let's say 75% of what they need to be able to live. We want people to be able to come, and for that next week or for that next month, they don't have to have that need in their life. I want cleaning supplies. We already got somebody doing that. We got people that you can hook up as far as food, because some of y'all are so busy you don't have time to cook. So why not contract with some of the people that might be there to go and do some daily meals for you? You know what I'm saying? Why not get some of the services? We got masseuses in the community. Why we got lawn services in our community? We got services and products that could provide 75% of the needs of our people, so that we can start funneling that money back into our community. You know what I'm saying? Funneling that money back in our community, at least a percentage of it. You know what I'm saying? It's already bad enough because, like, maybe 3 years ago, Gye-Nyame tried to do something with this deregulation of utilities. No, you know, a lot of people wasn't really responding to it in a way for us to make that successful, because we're trying to find ways where you could get the services that you're already getting at a reasonable cost, but keeping a percentage of the money in the community. Excuse me. First off, ladies, I'm doing my show. Second off, I want that cereal on the table. And I don't want you eating that right now. That's for the morning. I don't even like the fact that we got that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, y'all gonna get, you know, I'm on my fast, so when I come off, y'all be ready for some changes. Where's oh my God. Somebody been drinking my damn ambrosia.
Mommy has.
Somebody been messing with all right, give me the, Gina, look in here, give me one of those white bottles, and get me my bottle cap opener somewhere around here. It's probably in the kitchen because Cleve opened something for his mother. Give me one of those white caps. Could you take that bottle in there and take the bottle in there and wash it off for me, so when because we know how it's gonna come out. So now we're gonna get into the folktale. Lines are open, by the way, family.
A white top?
Yeah, right in here. You know where my bottles are. The bottles are ambrosia right there, baby.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh. A white top, okay? A white top. This one? This one?
Can you go wash it off for me? And I need the bottle cap opener. All right, so let's go and let's have that discussion. Family, listen. When Gye-Nyame does things, we do it representing the community. We're part of the community. Yeah, we're a tribe within the wider Columbus, but we represent our people here in Columbus. And when we throw events, you know what I'm saying, the success of the events depend on your assistance. So when you see our flyers, when you see our post, you know what I'm saying, you need to like it. Well, we would love it if you would like and share it. If you down with us, we need you to like and share it, right? Because we have to start getting the word out about everything that we're doing.
Can Gina open it?
Well, y'all ain't got some toys or something? It's real life here, Jim.
I'm too big for toys.
Oh, you too big for toys?
Yeah.
You're not too big for punishment. Upstairs. Or go sit down or something. Be quiet. You know what I'm saying? My daughters come to life when I come on air. I guess it's in them. You know what I'm saying? I read it in them. Also, we have the summer camps coming up, and we're going to have a local camp here in Ohio, and we would love your support for that. I'm just waiting for the information so that I can make sure I get it out to y'all, and we can start talking about getting some of the young people up involved. We already got some young people going to the national camp, but I want to make sure that somebody from Gye-Nyame, someone from Gye-Nyame is represented here in the local camp. You know what I'm saying? So, lines are open, 614-556-4535. Once again, the number is what, ladies?
614-556-4535.
That's right, 614-556-4535. Just call in. You don't need a code or nothing. Just call straight in, and we can have our conversation, right? But now, let me read the Proverbs. But before we read the Proverbs, let's go and pop this ambrosia. For those that's new to the station, those that's new to this broadcast, those that's new to Gye-Nyame Journey, this is the elixir of life. This is called that ambrosia. Ambrosia, that ambrosia, right? Not ambrosia, that ambrosia, right? This is that. You know what I'm saying? It's all that. And this is the food of the gods. This is a kombucha brewed with green tea and raw honey. No, not store pasteurized honey. Raw honey straight from the beehive, right? And it has been fermented. It has been fermented. And it's excellent for you, right? Because you know I love fermented foods. I love fermented foods. Coming in the next couple of weeks, we're going to be having, I'm going to try to do something with a little bit of food, you know what I'm saying? Cooking and stuff like that. Well, actually, I'm a steamer. Brother Quasey in our crew is a cooker. Sister Navita is a cooker. You know what I'm saying? I like to steam. It's all the same thing, applying the heat. But we all apply heat in a different way. So what I want to do is try to put something together so that we can start putting something along the lines of a warrior diet for those of us on Gye-Nyame Journey, right? Because we got to, you know what I'm saying? Because health is wealth, and we need to start building that up. So let's go and pop this top to one of those elixirs, to one of those things that I hope will become a staple in the community. And I will be getting, within maybe the next 6 months, I am going to be getting those champagne bottles. And I might even get the corker so that I can start having celebratory bottles. You know, because you know, and when you celebrate, you want to be able to have something that poof, you get that pop. You know what I'm saying? And we can provide that here at Gye-Nyame Journey, as well as something that fills you up and is good for you, Sasha. I just told you I ain't want you eating cereal at night, so you just violated what I asked you to do. Go spit it out. Why are you putting your fingers in what I'm about to drink? It's time for y'all to go to bed. Real life here, Gye-Nyame Journey family. I'm trying. Y'all, you go and pour libation for me. Pray for me. Meditate. Send me some energy. Because, you know,
Bye. Good night. Good night. Good night.
51. Got young babies. Hey. So we're going to finish popping the top off after you cap it. Now, when you open in our brew, right, like from the small bottles, you got to cap it so that it goes out like that. And then you could go on and after the pressure's released, look at that beautiful. Look at that. Look at that.
Ew.
I'm not going to ask you to go upstairs again. All right, so unlike the toast, we don't have to wait to go in. Oh my God. Look at that head. I could say something so inappropriate right now, but I won't. I know some of the brothers out there thinking that, but you know, I always like a good head. All right, anyway. Woo, look at that. Brewed right here in Columbus. And not only I can show you how to make your own, or you get it from me. Either way. You know what I'm saying, family? The whole piece is about promoting the health and sharing the information and growing together. So let's get into this conversation here. All right, here we go. We're going to let that head go down a little bit. All right. Day 74. We are on day 74. We use this. When we're doing tribal quotes, we use two books. We use this book, Gye-Nyame Journey. This is the main book, but then we also use the African Tree of Life. We're going to start another round. We on day 74. This book go up to 90 days, right? And at the beginning of the process, I read. So you go back. All you got to do is follow the days. Go back to the very first. When we open up, we always reopen up by explaining how to use this. But far as the show, we do it once a week. So it's 90 weeks. You know what I'm saying? But we can walk you through this book. It's a process. And it's a process of self-development. As a matter of fact, let's go on and let's look at it just a little bit. Gye-Nyame Journey Workbook, Tribal Quotes, compiled by Brother Hatim. Talk about my love for the Proverbs. Let's get here. How to use the book. After years of going through this process, I have found that it is best to do them in the proper season. Although you can start right now, I suggest you start or restart the process in the proper season. The proper season is easy to find and will be explained more in depth in another book. If you want more information about the right time to start and determining your personal season cycle, feel free to check out my blog, Gye-Nyame Journey.